This Wholesome Podcast, Wholesome B, Mitch, Wavy Trey. Today we got Jamaica in the building.
AKA Maika.
Maika.
There we go. Before we start, check us out on, feel me, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, feel me, IG, Twitter, like, comment, share, all that shit. Let us know what's up.
So today what I want to know is, so we've talked about like dates and first dates before. We talk about like what's appropriate for like what should be spent. But I want to know what's y'all ideal first date. Like what's y'all, and actually we're going to flip it like this. So since you're new to Atlanta, we basically new to Atlanta.
Yeah.
What's the ideal first date here in Atlanta? What's your ideal first date?
My ideal first date, I'm real simple. I don't need nothing too crazy. We don't need to, please don't spend a whole lot of money. I'm like real simple. We could stroll in the park and just kind of talk so I can feel your vibe. I'm big on energy and personality. Like I want to feel you out and see what kind of person you are. So I would love like stroll through the park. And then if we really feeling each other, maybe like a late evening somewhere we can catch the stars and just drink some wine, just relax. So
that sounds ideal.
yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great. I'm gonna come back to that though. I'm gonna come back.
Shit, mine pretty much same shit, like something like that, picnic, you feel me? Or I like to cook, so I'll cook for you, feel me? I cook, you feel me? Then take it on the picnic, ice cream, museum and shit, if it's free. Different thing like that. And then if it's Atlanta, something that's outside, like it. Anywhere you go, you can find a dope outside spot.
What do you mean by outside though?
It'd be
like
good.
You're not referring to like outside.
You know,
you're referring to outside like at outside where people is at, like
outside
club.
in general. No, not outside like that. Outside like a park. It's always maybe a type of festival going on and shit. Where you just could, somewhere you could be like it's something going on. I know that's big in Atlanta. Like it's always something going on where you just outside some type of festival, whatever. So something like that, and just catch the vibe, converse while you're doing that. Oh, but you got great scenery around, great music, food or something, things of that nature.
That makes sense. I think my ideal one for here would be probably like going like it's festivals. It's something really every weekend that you could do where it's involving something different.
Yeah.
It don't gotta be the typical let's go out, let's go get food here, let's go get drinks here, let's spice it up a little bit and let's get creative with it. Let's do something different.
Yeah, because they have Caribbean fest, all these type of festivals. I got people hit me up all the time in Atlanta and be like, man, I wish you could come down. These festivals are going on. It'd be hella shit all the time. Like, damn, I wish I could make it, but I don't.
But also, I mean, even with that, and then let that lead into whatever it lead into.
Exactly.
So it'd be like, that might lead into, then we might go out afterward or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, whatever, go from there. But let's start off here. Boom, something simple, light. All right, now we want to we tipsy a little bit now. Oh, we want to go out. We want to go do something. Let's go switch it up.
But we done caught each other vibe. We feeling each other. We cool like we did it. Now, okay, if I'm feeling like that, let's do some other shit after that, like
right. So you just said that you would like you know something outside, you park, walk, picnic, whatever. But I know a lot of people here they lead first with let's it's like a money type of thing. Where like let's go here. Where it's like this the popping spot. I'll take you here. Let's go here. Is that how your experience has been as you've been dating?
Yes, actually, and it's weird for me because on a deeper level, I think that when people try to flex up front, they're compensating for something. It's like if you got to do all this smoke and mirrors in the beginning and, I got money, I got this and that, what's behind the scenes that I'm missing?
Right.
So when we strolling in the park.
It's a flag. Red flag for you.
Well, not necessarily a red flag because maybe they just want to.
Yellow flag.
It's a yellow flag.
Interesting.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think it's sweet. I would, enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm going to be looking at you like, okay, what's next?
So this is the biggest thing I want to know. I want you to speak about. So we were conversing before we started, you feel me, recording or whatever. You just went on a date last night. She said she had the time of her life. It was fun. It was cool as fuck. But she would never see this nigga again. Explain.
Yeah. So I went on a date with this guy. We matched online. And he seemed like a super cool guy at first, like just like bubbly, laid back, just like big personality. That's what I look for. I love personality. So I was like, okay, like, you know, it was kind of spontaneous. It was more of like a last minute thing, but I was like, you know what, I'm not doing anything, I'll go. So he's like, look, you come over, I want to drive you there, like, you know, XYZ. And at first, I'm sketchy about everything.
Wait, so he said, you come over and then I'll drive you there.
He wanted to meet up first, and he wanted to drive. And, like, the vibe that he
Where did y'all meet at?
His place.
So you got to drive to his place to go drive?
I know. And so the crazy thing is, like,
That's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the story. I got to pause right there.
That would kind of hectic.
So I got to drive to your spot because you want to drive to the... Well, then come pick me up then.
Yeah.
Come meet me somewhere.
Yeah, so that would make more sense.
The reason that he said that was because, like, where I'm towards Kennesaw, he is, like... I think it was like Midtown. Okay. So the spot, he had some places in mind. Like, we had been talking. He was like, I'm kind of feeling your vibe. I feel like you would like this. Okay. And I was like, okay. And it was right near where he stayed. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in his neighborhood.
So he was like, okay, just come over. We can just, you know, talk, just feel each other out, and then we can go out. Right. So I was kind of like, okay. And so far, the vibe he had been giving me was like super chill. I was like, okay. I'm sketchy, you know, of everything. So I come over, you know, I'm looking around, P's and Q's. When I get there, when I tell you, this man lived, like, in a sketchy area. So,
he live in a trap.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily the trap, because apartments were super nice, but it's like the little areas right where the apartments at. You got homeless people in there. You got, you know, your drug addicts all around. Like, hey, you see rats. I was like, what is happening?
Dang, you saw rats?
Like, right around the corner. Because I park, like, closer. There's a Kroger by. I ain't going to get into too many details.
Yeah.
Anyway, when once I got there, though, super cool dude. Like, we're laughing and talking, having a good time. He's pouring drinks. He's got a whole bar and everything. He's mixing. I'm watching. You know what I'm like, okay.
You got to.
So, so we're having a good time, listening to music, drinking everything. I was like, okay. So it comes time for us to go out. So we get in this car. He had a super nice car. And so we going, right? We get there. And
car nicer than the crib.
Car nicer than the crib. Car's a lot nicer than the crib. He had a BMW. I was like, okay. No, he had a Benz.
What's funny is that, like, these is it's fucked up. These are like prototypical Atlanta things where we're like, okay, the car nicer than the crib.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
We'll continue though.
And so okay, we get there. Right? So we get there, and the crazy thing is, he knows that, like, I'm super into Spanish. I'm, like, really good at Spanish. So he's like, oh, you would like this little spot. Like, so I was like, okay. So we get to the place. Sweetest guy, opening doors, just everything. Super gentleman. Gentleman. Oh, yeah, gentleman. And we get in there. He orders me food. Well, he didn't order for me, but he was like, hey, you know, you want XYZ? I was like, I was like blown away. I didn't expect any of that.
Damn, that's the bare minimum.
Damn.
No, like I don't know, because he had already ate, and my understanding was we were just gonna have a drink and just talk.
Got it.
So when he's like, I'm gonna get her, like, he just was kind of
make sure you was good.
Oh yeah, super respectful and everything. So we get into the thick of it. We start drinking. He's like, oh, like, you know, I'm gonna get you a Mama Juana. I'm like, what's a Mama Juana?
What's that?
They call that the Dominican Viagra. It's a strong aphrodisiac drink, but it's like wine, and they mix it with like herbs. They soak it in the herbs and tree bark, and it has rum in it. Yeah, it's like a real cultural Dominican drink. So I was like, oh gosh. So at this point, we'd already had tequila, mixed drinks, everything. I already had wine, so we Mama Juana and everything. He pouring the drinks.
It's spicy.
It's getting spicy. So I'm starting to see the way that he moves, right? And that's when things start to go downhill. So he kind of starts like, he wanted to know all about me. He didn't want to tell me much about him. So he starts saying little things like, oh, shut up. That's a big thing for me. You're not going to tell me to shut up. That's disrespectful.
That's why when y'all first met.
Yeah. So he's saying things like, "Oh no, don't do that," or "Oh no, don't talk right now. Who just sit right here?" Like, very controlling, very narcissistic.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, "What?" So it's almost like that came out once he started drinking, and you know, a drunk mouth speaks sober heart. So I'm like, "Oh, that's what's really in there. You just had to loosen up to show yourself." So the way, you know, he moved, and I'm seeing all these people know him. He comes here a lot, so people is like dapping him up. That's his spot. So I'm like, okay, he know everybody here, everything. He real, like, you know, acting like that. So we go to another spot right around the corner. He know the security. He know the owner. He know everybody in there. He dapping them up left and right. His homeboy in there. Cause, oh, this, that. I'm like, oh, this guy, like, knows everybody. So we're sitting down. And he was like, oh, you see that girl over there with the little skirt on? Go flirt with her and bring her back over here. I was like, huh? You know? So he really started to show that
it's a little different.
Yeah. The layers peeled back, and I started to not like what I saw.
First of all, he didn't even ask. Do you even like girls? Oh, he did ask, so that's why he said that. Okay,
we had
never
that
mind.
Conversation. But anyway, it just, and then him like driving and speeding, driving up next to the cars. He's like, oh, I used to drive a NASCAR, this and that.
Boy, ain't never driving no NASCAR.
It just,
that was a crazy
it was
thing
a
to
lot.
say.
It was a lot.
That was a crazy thing to say. NASCAR. That was wild.
Yeah.
So you just even within all that, what you didn't like was the control. He was kind of controlling, like you telling me what to do. Kind of like, why did you?
Everything else was cool besides the telling shut up, and which is hectic.
Shut up, stop talking.
Yeah.
Go
so
talk
outside
to
of that, it was okay.
But even it would be little things like he would try to grab my face and be like,
"Oh,
well,
and
don't."
y'all just met. That's
he made it known
hectic.
that he was super controlling, and I see that a lot when guys got like money around here. They're very like, "Oh, I'm better than you. You sit down in the corner. You speak when I tell you you can speak." I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
That's
like,
crazy.
Why would you?
That's crazy.
Like that's to me. That sounds wild. Like that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
like
that don't make no sense.
It's like, damn, I like the good part. Like, we had a really good time. We laughed and talked and everything, but you just kept showing me.
So you been here a couple months and shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how many days you've been on, but do you think that's the norm?
Yes. Unfortunately. I see that a lot.
And I think I done heard enough where like from other women where like that's it, they be having similar stories where like be more or less extreme, but it'd be like since there's so many women here. And it be dudes with some money, it'd be like they could do whatever they want.
Yeah.
If feel me, if you look good, I got the bag. You want to fuck with me? It is what it is. You gonna fuck with me or a nigga with less money than me?
No, not even that. It's like either you gonna fuck me or you're not gonna. There's no other men. So they it'd be like, you think gonna fuck with me or not? Okay, nah, cool. I'm gonna go get another one.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy.
That's what I heard from a lot of women. Like. It's fucked up.
I mean, if I remove down here though, I ain't like them niggas. So you feel me?
But at the same token though, like I said, I mean, they ready to, it was a good time beyond that.
Spend that money, all that shit, huh?
So, but it's like as a woman, what's the balance where it's like, okay, we did have fun.
I ain't pay for shit. He's pretty demanding. Yeah.
But also, what else do I do if I'm trying to date?
What
else do you do?
What else is out there? What else can I get? A controlling nigga who gonna spend everything, or what's the other side?
I'm the type of woman where I can pay for everything myself. Money does not impress me.
You ain't putting up with that
shit. No. It's like I don't care, and it's people think I'm crazy and they think I'm like just talking out the side of my neck when I say this, but I would date a guy that with an amazing personality that's not the best looking guy in the world. That's like. Yeah. Don't have the most money in the world, but super ambitious over somebody that's well established with all this money with like not the best personality.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
That's actually like in reality, I think that's most women as well. Because that to me, that's a more realistic point of view, where it's like, okay, you ain't gotta be multi-million. You ain't gotta be doing all this, doing all that. Like, just be grinding, get into it, and not be lazy and not be complacent. Just trying to figure it out and have some goals and ambition. And just be a good person.
Yeah, it's totally okay to be a good person.
Yeah.
Just be a good person. Like, that'd be the bare minimum.
Yeah, and me, I feel like I'm a good person. It definitely gets niggas far. I feel like.
I think so too.
It could be. So let me ask y'all both this. Like, so that's your perspective. With you, since we here now, we in Atlanta. With you dating, how would you compete with that? Like, what would be your how would you compete with that? So, boom, there's guys out here like that. That might be the majority of them, where they got a little money. They're gonna talk some shit. They're gonna do whatever they want.
Personally, you feel me? Every time I come to Atlanta, I feel like I'm good. Like I feel me. My numbers.
Well, that's because it's plethora of women. But how you gonna compete with them?
Shit. I compete with myself. I don't compete with them niggas.
That's
a
fair answer.
Yeah.
I probably would have said something similar.
Yeah, like I'm be me regardless. Somebody gonna fuck me and they gonna look good and we gonna be cool. So I don't give a fuck. Like, feel me? Like, it's so many people out here in the world. Feel me? women like you don't want them, feel me, flashy niggas, whatever, who control the man. You pay for your own shit. You ain't the only one like that. Mm-hmm. So I'ma get someone who's similar. I'ma shoot hella shots and shit just because I'm a nigga. So that's what I'm doing. But who's the one who's gonna work for me and shit? Like, you feel me? She work for me. You feel me? Like, we got a good vibe and she ain't tripping. Or maybe I'm just wanting her for a nigga. All them other niggas can pay for this shit and I ain't got to. Type shit. I'm cool with that.
Let's talk about that.
I was just gonna say. What's your thoughts on that? Like, where it's like, okay, you're a woman. Where it's like you might have a guy that got the bag, and you got one that is he just out here grinding, but he's getting it done. And would you spend the guy who has the bag and he's giving you some money? He paying for he had fun whatever you need him to fund. Yeah. Would you have that assist the other guy that you talk to?
The one you care, cause the one who ain't spending money.
The one that you actually enjoy their personality.
Like him, you feel me? He pay for shit sometimes, but not all the time, cause you really generally like him. If the nigga giving you money, who you don't like a lot, but he fuck with you, so he giving you money, will you do shit like take your nigga on a date on another nigga bill?
No. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take a sip before I answer this.
Yeah, no, you got to.
I will take a sip with you.
This is a valid question, and what's funny is I think a lot of women in Atlanta, they have guys that they like a lot, and it's guys that they deal with because they're willing to fund whatever just cause, and they like, well, I guess I just take them up on this offer because they're willing to do whatever. Mm-hmm. But there's actually guys that they like a lot, and I think that's a legit question that probably most of the guys probably got. Like, what you gonna do with it?
So, okay. I'm going to say it like this. I feel like everything's a conversation. Mm-hmm. So if it's somebody that I'm dealing with that, like you were saying, kind of like the average guy, that's not all the money, XYZ, we need to have a talk first because, like, the polyamorous lifestyle is becoming very common. Like, there was a time when people be like, what? Like, you got how many girlfriends? You got how many? But now I'm seeing it everywhere. Like, Florida had it going on when I was living in Florida, North Carolina. It's a lot in North Carolina. Now that I'm here, I'm seeing it. Like, online dating, people are even putting the poly symbols on their profile. People are really into that. So, personally, I would say you do what you do. You do what works for you. But if me and whoever I'm dealing with, if we both agree, hey, one person can't meet all your needs, like some people feel like that, and
I'm a big proponent of that.
I feel like that too. So if we have a mutual agreement that, okay, you can meet these needs, I still have 30% of this, 40% of this, XYZ, you meet this percent, but I still have all these other things I need. Okay, if we agree on that, and I'll let you know, hey, I'm seeing somebody that meets this need. As long as me and my core person are good with it, then cool. But moment that they're not comfortable with it, that's when we need to pull back.
But I'm talking about even you, cause you're single. You're not on exclusive tip right now and shit. I'm just saying, just being a single woman, you may have a team or not. If you had like 4 niggas, but you rock with a nigga generally more than most who ain't got as much money as them and shit. Cause you still single, but one or a couple of them niggas got the bag and just give you money, handing out like it's fucking candy. Would you, feel me, spend that on the other dude?
Why would she do it if she's single though?
I mean, yeah, but for me, the guy with the money got to be an amazing person. Like, if you are a douchebag but you got money, I'm not dealing with you. It don't matter how much money you got, and that could be maybe I'm like egotistic or whatever. But I don't want to. I'm not gonna be mistreated because you have money, because I can take that energy I'm spending with you, put it into my business, and now I got the money that you got, and I don't have to be treated the way that you're treating me. Right. So if it's a cool person and he got money in XYZ, and I'm really dealing with somebody else, I'm gonna let him know, hey, I am talking to somebody. Just me, I like to be transparent. Like, hey, I am seeing somebody else. That way, if I'm out with XYZ and you see us, there's no craziness because you already knew about it. So I'll let you know, hey, so-and-so is doing this, that, and the third. I just want to make sure you know. And if everybody's, understand, I might not tell the one with the bag, say, hey, it just depends. But, if the person I'm really rocking with, I want you to know this is what's going on. If they cool with it, then cool. But if not, then I don't want nobody to be uncomfortable because then it makes it awkward, so.
No, it does. And I think you brought up a good point with, like, the polyamory part where it's like people, just my views, people need different people for different things. Mm-hmm. To me, that's a reality, but everybody don't view the same.
Yeah, it's reality and it's common sense. Mm-hmm. It ain't. It's common sense and like not common sense. Like, it common sense is like nobody can meet all your needs.
Some people don't think that though.
Yeah, some people have
some
different
people
views.
old
Yeah, everybody got family members. You talk and deal with certain family member different from this other family member. You talk and deal with this friend differently from this friend. So why it can't be different from the people you talk to?
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
It's an okay point. I'm gonna tell you why. It's a good point. It's a good point. You think it's a good point because we all agree with that point, but it's an okay point because at the end of the day, the person that I'm dating is not my family. It's some different aspect. It's a different aspect of relationship. So you have friendship relationship, you have family relationships. This is a dating relationship. Therefore,
in every scenario you've been in, nobody could meet your all.
Not necessarily in a dating though.
In any aspect.
It's platonic. I see what he's saying because it's a more intimate level.
It's just way more intimate.
And y'all are committing yourself to each other. Like you're giving your souls to each other. Like it's a spiritual thing when you come together.
So me, her is dating, but she's very introverted. Or maybe she's an extrovert. One of the two. If I want to go skydiving and shit, she don't want to go skydiving with me, swimming with sharks or whatever the fuck it is. The other woman I'm talking to does. I'm like, okay, this ain't the experience you want to enjoy with me, but I want to enjoy it with another woman I might like or love and enjoy.
So somebody brought a good point whenever I'll be saying stuff like that, where it's like, okay, you can possibly do that with somebody else, but why does it have to be somebody that you're some way dating or interacting with in a sexual manner? Why can't it just be a completely platonic friend that you do that with? Like why does it have to be more than a strictly platonic friend?
What was your answer?
Mine was like, I don't mind if it's a platonic friend. I have platonic friends that are women, that are attractive women, and we just cool. And them are some of the ones that I like hanging with the most. So I do have that. I was like, well, yeah, I got that too. But also, since my friends are attractive, sometimes women get jealous of that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and I had sex with most of them. So that's another part where we're like, oh, no, you had sex with her. Y'all still want to rekindle, da, da, da. It's like, no, this is an attractive friend. We both attractive, whatever. Yes, I've had sex with him, but that's not what it is now. We just friends, and we are just platonic now. So I do have that, and that's a real conversation I have where they're like, well, your friend can just be platonic. And and the girls be mad to be like, why they got to be attractive? It's like, I like attractive women.
Yeah, if we're going to be outside, we're going to be outside.
But I got platonic friends like that. But that's the argument where it's like, why does it got to be somebody that you deal with on a level beyond just friends?
Oh, because you swimming with, you feel me, sharks or something. He doing something, most likely I'm trying to do this shit in another state or country. Yeah, sure, I might want to do it with my friends, but
why does it got to be anything else besides that?
Because I'm a nigga.
And they'd be like, that's not a fair answer. That's where you would lose. That's not. But that's
life
not,
ain't fair. Life ain't fair.
You know.
I mean, if I choose, this is the choice that I feel me. We all agree monogamy might not be for us, right or wrong.
Yeah, but so monogamy is for me just because I'm going to be around women.
Yeah.
Not because it's always sexual though.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be around attractive women.
Yeah.
If it turns into what it turns into, I don't want to be like compelled to say no.
Yeah.
Hey, just say no.
Yeah.
Throw that shit out the window.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
And I agree. So
and I don't want to have a guilty conscience because I did whatever I did whenever I did it. Like it just is what it is. I don't want to guilty conscience.
So why not be single then? Why not just be single?
But so I think of it like this. I'm single first of all, but I think whenever I'm in a relationship, it just has to be a form of openness.
Okay.
I don't think I'm necessarily poly, but I think there has to be a level of openness to where I can have that type of area, that gray area, where it's like if some shit might pop off.
Gray area is an important thing.
Good.
Where it's gonna pop off because like I said, I have to hang around women. I have to. It's just part of who I am.
Me as well. Like I love hanging around women. I hate hanging with niggas. I don't like hanging with niggas. You feel me? Sometimes you meet, if it's organic and shit, cool. Hang out with dudes, cool, whatever. I love hanging with women. There's nothing better than hanging with women as a nigga. You feel me? And shit.
Is it like an image thing or is it just a connection thing? Like you just naturally just cool with women, just a vibe.
It ain't about image because ain't nobody got to see me hanging with these women.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could just do it, just chilling in the house.
Yeah. No, I do it just chilling. So like, I got a friend going to come over here right now to live here. One of my good friends was just like, I mean, she's just gonna come kick it. Like we ain't finna do. It ain't nothing sexual. She gonna tell me about the dudes she talked to. I'm talking to her about the girls I'm talking to. Whatever. It's just a cool vibe. Now, have we talked before? Yeah, years and years ago. But now we're just friends. It's just like that's just what I got nowadays. Like, I'll be cool with people for a long time, like, even after I talk to them, because I'm not that foul.
That foul.
You know, yeah, I'm just not that foul. But like, I'm gonna do something where like I'm never gonna talk to you again. I'm just never gonna do that. But you saying you like multiple people too, though? What's your reasoning behind it?
So I don't know if y'all familiar with NLE Chopper, but he did a interview with Lip Service, Angela Yee's podcast, and he made some really good points, and I was able to identify with him. I kind of agree with what he said. Basically, he said that it was a lot to put on one person when you're in a relationship, because there's a lot of different things that people just need as people, and it's almost unfair because this person's dealing with their stuff too. So now you're taking all the things that you need, because every single person is like a puzzle. I say it all the time, like. There's not one specific puzzle that fits around you. It takes a bunch of different little puzzles to perfectly fit around you in order to complete the picture. And I feel like each person, depending on what we've been through, how we grew up, maybe you need more things than this person because you went through this trauma, you went through, abandonment, XYZ, whatever it is. It's a lot to put that on one person to say, I need this much attention. I didn't get it growing up. Like, I need this. I also need this. I need that. So now you done loaded all of this stuff on this one person. And now they dealing with whatever they got going on too, but they want to love you and treat you how you want, and XYZ. And then you got to think about, there's the sexual aspect, there's the emotional, that's a lot for one person. But personally, like, I know that not to sound cocky, but I know I bring a lot to the table, and I feel like I have yet to meet somebody to be able to bring all the things to the table that I feel like I deserve. And so rather than being like, nope, I'm going to live till I'm 50 years old to find that, looking for that, one person, I would much rather, okay, I get this from you, I get that from you, I get that from you. Cool. I feel like I can deal with that. So rather than trying to like be like, no, I'm just going to wait till I'm old and gray, waiting for that one, hopefully. I'm just like, no, if I'm good and I'm happy and everything's working, why make it more complicated than it has to be?
That makes sense to me.
So it could make sense. It could. But
He's a devil's advocate.
I'm gonna always tell you why it don't all the way.
Of course,
makes sense. So I mean, even with that, you could feel fulfilled because these however many people, let's say these 3 people, they're giving you whatever you need from them, but they also have other aspects of their personality. So example, like the date you just went on, where it's like, okay, we had a great time, but you're controlling. So clearly, you're not being in a monogamous relationship with these people because they're not supplying everything for you. There's some parts of it that you don't like. So now times that by 3. So you're dealing with 3 people that majority of their personality you don't like.
I disagree. I'm not going to pick those people to be a part of my equation.
So they got to fit the whole criteria?
No, you have to be more green than you are red. You know what I mean? You're going to have flaws, it's natural. But it's got to be flaws that I'm willing to accept. That, to me, narcissism, controlling, that's a hard no. So that wouldn't even get close to the circle because no. If you had all that going on, but maybe your flaw is that you always late or you lazy or that you sleep all the, like, okay, we can work something out. But, as long as your flaws are within reasonable limits of what I think is reasonable, then yeah, it'll work.
What if they want more from you? Where it's like, because your time is going to be cut short at some point. Like, you got other people that you got to do.
Is me or Femi or them other 3?
No, not even if they go that far. What if they just say, I need more from you?
Then that's when we have a conversation. It's either one or 2 ways this could go. Either one, you got to get somebody else to occupy your time, because what it is you need maybe attention. Like, maybe I'm not giving you all the attention you need, so maybe this girl over here can, supplement that. And maybe that'll bring us to a happy medium. Or we're not gonna work, because if I can't give you more time, if it's like with me running a business and XYZ and I'm doing whatever, if I can't give it to you, then what we're gonna do, because I can't. So.
I remember someone started talking to me because I ain't talked to them for 3 weeks. I was out of town though. But.
I feel the same. Where it's like, if somebody asks you for more time, it's like, well, then you need to find somebody else to occupy your time. I don't have no more time. How you feel when somebody says that to you?
Like I need more time. I can't. I give you the time. I fuck with you, so I'm gonna give you time, but I can't give you like niggas be busy.
What do you tell them to do then?
Shit, like, this is the time I can give you, so you figure it out.
He said, "Go riddance, figure it out."
No, it ain't good riddance. I hope we can still hang out and be cool, but I cannot give you more time.
Are you okay with them talking to somebody else then?
Yeah, I've been single forever, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll put them on with somebody. Listen, you want to talk to somebody? Talk to them.
I do that too.
I'll put you on.
Yeah, my dog.
Guys don't like that though. Guys don't like when women say that.
Most guys don't.
They think you like coming at them, like, oh, go talk to somebody else when it's not like that.
No, I agree. Most guys don't, but I'm very open where it's like, nah, you like go talk to whoever you talking to. Do that. Go ahead, because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and we both got to be okay with this.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it. But like I said, a lot of guys don't have that two-way feel like that.
And I think since we're talking about two-way feel, I think the problem with just the poly lifestyle in general, a lot of times guys want to do what they want to do, but they don't want the woman to do what she want to do too.
I'm one of them niggas.
I don't, but it'd be like, how could you? How?
So this is me. If we just cool and shit, I fuck with you. We cool and shit. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But then if we really fuck with each other like that, like want to establish some shit, I might be a little bit selfish.
Okay.
I'm gonna do what I want. You could do what you want with other women, but I'm gonna do what I want. So
if somebody told you, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trash.
How can you pick and say, oh, you can only do what you want with other women? And how do you, because what happens essentially, when that happens, when the guy be like, oh, well, you can do, when they try to put parameters on it, when meanwhile they don't have any parameters put on them, that's when people start being sneaky. And
that's what I said. People gonna lie.
He said that.
Because they're going to do what they want to do. They're just not going to tell you.
We gotta understand it. Like, are you okay with it? Like, we could nip this shit in the butt early because it will still be women who would do that. There's so many women out here. Like, I would find somebody who would do what the fuck I want. And then, not say I got a bag now, but one day if I got a bag, but we got a genuine bond on top of that. So, feel me, if we're good and all this shit, and then we got a bond on top of that, let's do it my way.
But it's not just you that's involved here. It's a two-way. It's got to be a two-way.
It's kind of like when parents be like, "Oh, if you're gonna do this and that, I'd rather you do it at home when I know what's going on than you doing." I think I would rather us be honest, and I know what you got going on, so we can both agree. Okay, this is what I'm not okay with. This is what I am. Then because now I'm looking at you sideways.
Maybe because I mean, as a dude and shit, and we not just too deep in it. I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally cool with it. But if we get, like, you feel me, cool in it, just...
I know what I understand you. You got them feelings for that person. It's like, man, it hurts to see you doing that.
It's just like, damn. But, I mean, even if I have feelings, if we going to keep it like this, just know it won't never... It's harder for me to get that deep. Who knows? It could change one day. It's harder to get deeper than what it is. I could like you and shit, but at least I know what it is. We both doing our own thing. You can fuck all the niggas or be cool, get all the bonds you want. But if you want to build with me, I personally don't want that. But it could change one day. I don't know.
What about the understanding that, just don't tell me? Just like, okay, maybe if you don't tell me, then I won't go there.
Yeah, no, he say that all the time.
Just don't tell me.
So I subscribe to let's set these rules, and then what you do is what you do. We got the rules set. I don't need to know outside of that.
I trust you that you'll stick to the rules.
Yeah, but this is the rules. I understand that this will come with it. I ain't got to know the details. I'm big on that.
Yeah, and then, because you say you like...
Damn. You ain't let nobody know you was him.
Oh yeah, come in. My bad. I'm recording. You knocking like the police and shit. Yeah.
We in the middle of recording right now.
I'm recording on the phone. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna edit that part. Yeah, we're gonna edit that part.
We gonna leave it in, but that's what it is.
You not like the police.
Yeah, we was like,
damn. Shit. What did we do wrong?
We was like, we get put out this.
Yeah, we get kicked out of Airbnb.
We thought it was over with.
Yeah, that was so funny. That was so
positive.
Funny.
It was over.
Yeah, I like shit. We did something wrong.
Yeah, you was mid-sentence and everything.
But no, like, cause I met someone who's in a open relationship and shit. She married as fuck from North Carolina and shit. Moved to Minnesota and shit. So first they started out, you feel me, like they were their first everything. All they religious as fuck, whatever, from North Carolina. But she started off like when they moved, she getting more as a woman. She get more play than her nigga when they established his openness and shit. Then he ain't getting the play, so nigga feeling more some type of way.
Well, that's his own problem. Yeah, they ain't got to do her.
And then, but they been open about it. But niggas still, no matter what, they agree with something. They going no matter what, nigga, that's your wife, whatever, your main person. You gonna feel some type of way, regardless of the fact. They figured out, but I think they tell each other everything, which as a man is and we started the podcast. I said it before. I would want to know everything. No, that guy, I don't want to know everything. It's It makes sense not to know everything.
Hey, it's an old saying that goes, "The devil is in the details." Listen, them details is too much for me.
Yeah, like that shit really. The older I got, it's like, wow, dude, I don't want to know everything.
But you gotta really think about that though, because that's the key point. So, me personally, I wouldn't want my significant other telling their friends, because who you gonna tell? You got that juicy stuff that happened when you with the other person or whatever. You want to tell somebody. You're not gonna tell your mom. No, because I don't want my friends knowing what's going on. You know.
On both sides.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about from a guy's perspective. What guy wants like their girl telling their friends, "Oh, I'm doing this with this dude." This now the girlfriend's coming around you looking like, "Dang," like you know.
Women do that.
Yeah, but I mean, with another man though, now you know.
I'll be like, it is what it is.
Don't tell me. I don't want to
tell them. Don't
tell your friends. So y'all okay with women telling their friends, "Oh, I did this with this guy. This guy."
That's what women do.
Not with other guys though. About your man, yeah, but not.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, if the woman's single, if they say,
we're not talking about something. We talking about somebody that's.
I'm pretty sure women telling their friends everything. My nigga let me do this. Yeah, and shit. So I'm fucking him like this. This nigga like this. Woo woo woo.
A lot of women do.
Yeah, so it's there. So I'm playing my part and do my shit well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the details that I don't want to know. Like most you could tell me is, you know, this guy he tried to talk to me. He trying to take me here and there. He talking about doing this. He talking about doing that. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, the rest ain't my business. Don't tell me nothing else.
Yeah.
Because then it's too sticky. Like what? Come on, man. I don't even want to hear this. Like I don't want to hear it because I ain't gonna tell you no details.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
I wouldn't want to know either. I'd be like, don't tell me.
Yeah, but once we set the parameters, you got to just trust. I'm gonna stay with.
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I did want to know, but they're like, wow, I shouldn't know all these things.
Yeah.
It's too much. Because I'm gonna look at you different.
I was gonna say it'll stay in your mind too.
It is inevitable.
I'm going to judge you. I'm going to look at you different.
It's inevitable, which is fucked up, but it is. But even though y'all agreed upon these things, these terms and shit, nah, I'm good.
I'm bad.
Nah. So I seen something literally earlier today where it was wild. So it was a video on IG that's going around where a woman walks in and catches her
woman just knocking on the door like police walking in.
Yeah, just walks in. I'm gonna say it's her husband and her mom.
I seen that. You just seen it today?
Yeah, that's old.
No, the baby daddy. You're the baby daddy.
Just say husband.
Okay.
But yeah, I just seen this today.
It was real. No, I seen like last week.
Who's more in the wrong in that?
The mom?
The mom or the husband?
The mom was in bed with the husband or baby daddy of her daughter.
Honestly, I might sound crazy, but I'm gonna say the husband. If it's the husband and y'all took vows, both of y'all become one. Y'all made vows to God in front of everybody. Yeah, that's your mom, but what if some people grow up with a strained relationship with their mom? They might not be cool with their mom. And you know, you expect.
She looked like she grew up with her mother.
But the girl in the video.
Yeah, I could be wrong as fuck. Like it was literally just like a 15-second.
But I feel like when you commit to somebody, y'all live together. Y'all basically are one person, so they are betraying. That it's more a commitment to that. Y'all made promises. Your mom is just your mom by birth. She didn't commit anything to you.
Both of them are bad, but your mother who fucking raised you.
That don't mean nothing.
You can't.
People crazy. People have their own agendas. People have their own motives. Like something could happen.
PTSD.
And at the end of the, I think really, you're an adult. Your parent don't owe you nothing.
You're
really.
Right.
They don't owe you that loyalty.
They raised you,
just because they're your parent. They don't owe you loyalty.
You're your own person now. You're not a child no more. Like
this other person, this spouse literally said, "Hey, no, I'm dedicated to you.
Yeah,
I'm dedicated to being loyal to you." Your parent doesn't owe you that. Your parent
picked you. They specifically picked you and said, "I want to be with you. I want to commit myself to you." Your mama just had you, and you just got here. Like, that sounds cold, but
it's fucked up. It might hurt more that it's your
Yeah,
parents.
that's what I'm saying.
It might hurt more, but like they don't owe you that.
Really, my mom? But that, like, we sleep together every night. We live together. What? No.
I got it. I feel you, but I disagree. But before we,
you get something? Did she got something in her cup?
Yeah, she got wine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but it's
wait.
Oh yeah.
Everything you got going on, let everybody know.
Okay, so I have a pet care company. It's called Fur Baby Sit LLC. And Fur Baby Sit is basically an online marketplace connecting pet parents to pet service providers, your dog walkers, your pet sitters, everything like that. But it's strategically using compatibility. So not only do we want to find a good sitter for your pet, we want to make sure they're both compatible energetic pets need energetic sitters and vice versa. So this way we ensure that the booking is successful and you're able to keep booking because it works. And on the other side of that, if you're looking for an additional stream of income, the average pet care giver makes about $31,000 annually. And you're just kind of chilling with the pet. So if you just genuinely love pets, follow me on Instagram at __ I am Africa, all one word. And stay tuned. We got some promos coming. The first 30 sitters are going to get a $50 visa just for signing up. So stay tuned. If you're really looking for an additional stream of income, definitely follow me on Instagram.
That's a plug. Especially y'all that love dog lovers and people that love animals and pets.
All that shit.
Trey, you should sign up. You like dogs. You do, don't you?
I do.
He said sip to that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like.
I do. I probably won't own one no more. After my dog got killed by a
Nah,
car.
that's why you dogs it. You ain't gotta own it.
It's
emotionless. It's just like you know what I'm saying?
That do make sense.
Yeah, it's emotion free. It's just like the lifestyle.
You funny as shit.
Emotion
You funny
free.
as shit.
But look, so the one thing we can all agree, let's toast up, is
Very
that
important.
black men don't cheat.
Thank you,
we
Ms. Maika.
appreciate Maika for coming through. This has been the Wholesome Podcast.